Do you have a picky eater at home? It is one of the most common complaints parents have about their children when it comes to food. But there are some things you can do to help spark some change in your little guys. And joining us now with some very good tips and advice on how to do just that is Tara McConnell Tesher. She is founder of Tara at Home. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome
Great to be here. Thank you so much.
All right, I have to say at the outset, I had a picky eater at home.
Okay.
And he's grown now, and we've outgrown that. But it was really rough.
It can be.
What made you decide to come up with some help for families with picky eaters?
Well, so I think food can be a lot of fun, and I think it's an amazing connector for families. And I think a lot of times what we perceive as being picky in kids may just be kind of selective. Their taste buds are evolving and growing, and so they're kind of learning. Like, I think back when I was growing up, I hated Brussels sprouts. Now I love Brussels sprouts. So I think giving children the opportunity to kind of evolve and step into and keep trying things that they like. I also think that if you can keep everybody on a schedule, we joked we ate at 6, 12, and 6. And so when you allow kids to graze, I think, all day, typically you start to create picky eaters because they're just not hungry.
Right.
So if you can stick to 3 meals a day and maybe 2 snacks, I find that that works incredibly well. And then I also think we have to look at ourselves. If we're picky eaters as parents, the likelihood is we've kind of passed that on to our children.
Well, I have to say, in my son's case, it was a matter, and I asked him, now that he's grown, but I asked him, why would you not eat anything I put in front of you? He said it was texture. Texture was very important to him, and that just most foods he just didn't like the way they felt in his mouth.
Yeah.
And I know some kids turn off to colors.
Sure.
Right? So you have some tips for us.
Yeah, so I think it's all about including children in the kitchen with you. When they feel invested in something, I think they're more likely to go ahead and try it. So when you're dealing with picky eaters, when I was growing up, my mom would have me help. Go get this bowl, would you? Or go get this spatula. And then as I got older and older, it became, well, maybe you can measure this, and maybe you can measure that. And then, of course, at the very end, it was, maybe you want to try making this dish with me. So having them part of the process really truly gets them invested, and then they want to try it, which is really great.
They own it.
Yeah, they own it, exactly.
Right.
But then also remember to have fun with it. You know, I always use like cookie cutters or something that's really fun to use. Sticks, like we always say chicken fingers are good, but if you go ahead and put a chicken finger on a stick, now it's really fun. Look how great we did with the watermelon. Just again, making it fun and more. We eat with our eyes first. Kids are the same way. When it looks fun, they're more likely to go ahead and try it.
Yeah, I mean, that's how we got my son to eat the pancakes, because we put blueberries for eyes.
There you go.
Strawberries for the mouth. And, you know, otherwise he would not have touched those
Of course.
fruits.
And then I think you let them pick their vegetables, right? You were saying your son has a texture issue, but also it's about the color. So when they're looking at the vegetables, they can kind of identify what they'd like to try. And I love that idea as well, because then, again, not only are they invested in helping you make the meal, but now they're also being a part of it by picking the things that they want to try. And then we were talking a little bit before, sneak that into some of the foods that they're eating, whether it's a shake that you make for them or it's a casserole. You can always hide vegetables, you can always hide fruits inside those, and then they don't even realize. There's our cute little Georgie mug, and look at that beautiful presentation. They don't even realize necessarily all the good nutrients that they're actually getting, because you worry about their nutrition when you have a picky eater. Now you don't have to, because you've kind of tucked them inside there. And then let them have their favorite bowl, or let them have their favorite ramekin. Those are our ramekins there, where they identify and they look forward to every night when they get home getting that healthy snack in their specific ramekin.
You don't recommend forcing kids to eat certain foods,
actually.
Right?
I think that backfires. Now, what I will say is, I think you should encourage every child to try it at least once. They don't have to love it, and they don't necessarily have to have it again. But I think, you know, if you don't like avocado, the likelihood is you're not going to have your child try avocado, but your child may like avocado. So give them the opportunity to kind of find their own way with food.
Yeah, I mean, just from personal experience, I have to tell you, growing up, for whatever reason, I was forced to eat beets out of a jar. To this day, I will not eat a beet. So there you go. Now, you have a company that is devoted to making mealtime easier in the kitchen, right?
Yeah, Tara at Home. So for me, it's all been about bringing joy and happiness by helping people gather back together, whether it's around the table, whether it's family and friends. I really feel like we've gotten away from this a little bit, and I think that it's our foundation. When I was growing up, whether it was breakfast, lunch, or dinner, as a family unit, we would sit together and eat and really share our day. So Terra at Home gives people the opportunity, we call it social sharing, and this whole gig economy, which is everybody's talking about by 2020, right? Over 40% of American homes will have what they call a side hustle. Someone earning flexible income to supplement the income that they already have. Terra at Home is exactly just that.
And you have a line of cookware,
We
right?
do, yeah. So cookware, accessories, consumables. I call it the software that goes in the hardware. So really fun dips and rubs and desserts, all different things.
And I love, I mean, you sent us a sample, and I love that so many of your products have serve double duty.
Yes.
Right?
So that was big for me, right? I think in the kitchen when I was growing up, one dish cooking, I would have loved it because my mom used every dish in the house. So of course I've created something that you can prep in, you can then cook in that dish, you can then bring that beautiful dish to the table because it's like your fine china, and then when you have leftovers, snap that storage cover back on and put it in the fridge or the freezer.
Right. And I'm sure a lot of people want to find out how to get a hold of some of these items.
Absolutely, yeah. You can check out our website, terraathome.com, which is so exciting. You can see the full collection, all the different pieces, all the different accessories. And again, if you're looking for that side hustle, Terra at Home's the way to go.
All right. Tara McConnell Tesher, thank you so much.
This was so nice. Thank you.
That was a joy.